Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the elect, 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there, shalom. I'm the brother Dama Agabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, and I found this article, man, showing you that, America is at its end. And, there will be a draft. Okay, there will be a military draft. You guys that are 18 to 25, or it might go from 18, they might, make it be a little bit older. Because ultimately, the current members of the military, whether it's the Army, the Navy, the Space Force, all the different branches of the government, you have a lot of the military servicemen and women who do not want to fight for Trump. They don't want to fight against Iran, and they don't want to go to war for a foreign country. They don't want to go to war and die on the battlefield for Israel, Netanyahu, and for those tiny tops, man. You got a lot of people waking up to the fact that this war really has nothing to do with America. This war is not about America first. And they're realizing that Trump lied about every goddamn thing he was campaigning on. He claimed that he was going to be a president of peace. He was going to stop this war. But this nigga done bombed more countries than any prior American president in history. And now he's leading America into this third world war, into a war with Iran that he promised over and over and over that he would not do. And now you got a lot of these servicemen and women who do not want to go. You see, they don't want to go and die for the land, for the land of Israel, for Benjamin Netanyahu. They don't want to go and fight for a foreign country, man. And you got a lot of these military and service members trying to find a way out. And for a lot of them, they're not going to have a way out. And ultimately, a lot of these service and military men are finally they're realizing that they're not coming home. That they're being taken over into the front lines, into a ground invasion, to where they're more than likely not going to make it back home. They're being put on the front lines of the great meat grinder, man. And this guy Trump don't have no problem sacrificing these servicemen and women for the greater purpose of the Israeli state. And it's going to lead to what? A damn mutiny. It's going to lead to eventually them having to have a military draft and force American citizens of military age to go and fight in this war, which is going to ultimately, lead to, it's just going to lead to all hell and all type of chaos and unmotivated military force that's going to be ultimately slaughtered, man. It's going to be completely slaughtered, man. Hey, and a lot of these YNs, a lot of these 2/3 ass little niggas out there, y'all better be prepared to be drafted, because they're going to need bodies for this war. All right. We already know for years that the recruitment numbers and, the quota they need for the military men and women are not up to, they're not up to par. A lot of these people are realizing that a lot of these people that are joining the military are only joining the military not because they're patriotic, not because they love their country and they want to fight to defend America. A lot of them are joining the military for the benefits that they can receive. A lot of people are joining the military just for a check, to get their college paid for, to get somewhat of a better education or a better career path, and to get the benefits of being in the military. You see that, and a lot of them joined the military because they were promised that they would not go to war, which shows you that they're a bunch of damn idiots and they're a bunch of damn fools. And now that you signed the papers, now you've become sole property of the United States government. And when they call your ass to go to war, you're going to have to go. Whether you're going kicking or screaming, your ass is going to go. And we've been warning you, Jake, for the longest. Even before I came into the truth, that was always a big thing amongst so-called Negroes was, you blacks ain't got no purpose joining and fighting in this man's war. Because why? It was never for your benefit. You see, we had examples long ago of our forefathers that was here in America that went and fought for the American, that fought in Vietnam, that fought in the Revolutionary Wars, that fought for this country, hoping that they would be accepted, hoping that, they would go and fight for America and they would be considered America and put the stigma of slavery behind them. You know, you can, be accepted by your country. You can be deemed as a fellow true American because you went and fought for this country. You bled for this country. You gave your life for this country, only to come back home and still be treated like a third class citizen, like a nigga, man. And that ain't never changed. But anyways, hey, we're reaching a point now to where, hey, these people, servicemen are trying to get the hell out of the military because they know they're being led to their own slaughter. So let's read some of this article. It says a conscientious objector group, phones ringing off hook as huge mobilization underway. And like I said, these people, they want to get out of the military because they know they're being led to the slaughter. They know they're being led to the great meat grinder. All right. And a lot of them know they ain't coming home. And they're forcing a lot of these servicemen and members to their death. It's going to let you know some of that in this article. But let's check some of this out. It says an 80-year-old nonprofit that advises conscientious objectors say its phone is ringing off the hook as American service members who object the U.S. and Israeli-initiated war on Iran are seeking guidance on how to avoid being part of it. You see, because like I said, these people are coming to the realization that whole, oh, thank you for your service, and that they've been lied to, told that they've been going to Afghanistan, Iran. America has all these different military bases all around the world to protect your American freedoms, which now these people are barely realizing that that's all a fucking lie. All right, you're not there to protect the freedom of speech and the freedom of Americans from all of these countries that hate America. No, you're out there. All these wars and all of these things you're protecting the interests of these international bankers, of the super elite. All right, and you're defending the honor of these so-called tiny tops, these Israelis. You're not out there fighting on behalf of America to protect our freedoms as a country. That was all the bullshit and the lies they sold you, man. And now these people are waking up to that fact, and now they want out. And before a lot of you, it ain't no way out, man. You see, it says the group's executive director says the breadth of force mobilization is much like the run-up to the ground invasion of Iraq. Phones have been ringing off the hook, wrote Center on Conscience and War Executive Director Mike Feisner on X. A lot more units have just been activated for deployment than the public knows about. Founded in 1940s, the Center on Conscience and War provides guidance to military service members pursuing a conscientious objector status or a discharge. The group also opposes military conscription. Yeah, what is conscription? A draft, which they're going to bring that too. You see, so you got a lot of people who don't want to go, who don't want to fight, man. They want to come home, but you ain't coming home, man. You see, this is what you signed up for. And it's going to eventually lead to mutiny. It's going to lead to eventually a lot of these military men and women rebelling. Well, scriptures tell you that. Let me get this real quick. All right. This is Jeremiah 51:27. Set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Mini, and Ashkenaz. And Ararat is Turkey. A lot of those Gulf states, man. The Iranians, Turkey, a lot of his allies over there in the Middle East. They're going to eventually join with Iran to fight this war against the small hats in America. And they're going to be led by Russia pretty soon. It says, and appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations of the king of the Medes. You see, those are the Russians, the captains thereof and the rulers thereof and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, which is what? America, to make the land of Babylon desolate without an inhabitant. And that's going to be the ultimate order of the day for America. It's going to be eventually nuclearly annihilated. Read Revelation, the 18th chapter. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborn to fight, you see? And this is what you're seeing. These American service men and women, they don't want to fight this war because, like I said, first and foremost, a lot of them didn't sign up to go to war. A lot of them signed up because they wanted a job, they wanted the benefits, they wanted to go to college, they wanted to get the, the benefits that come with being in the military. But now they're realizing that, they was hoping that war wasn't on the menu. Well, now war is on the menu. And you got a lot of these so-called Negro women are going on TikTok and complaining and doing videos talking about, I didn't sign up to go to war. This is crazy. I just want to get a check. Well, now your ass is about to get a check that you can't cash. And they're going to put your black ass on the front line with no helmet and this great meat grinder, man. You know, it is what it is. It says, they have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They become as women, you see? And this is what you're going to see. As this war intensifies more, as they're going to use these American troops to go and try to do a ground invasion in Iran, which is completely and utterly ridiculous and stupid. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to accomplish anything because it's a very mountainous terrain. It's not a country that you can just put ground troops in and think you're going to be able to be successful. You're basically leading these troops to their own slaughter, man. You see, and like I said, this guy Trump and especially Bibi Netanyahu, they don't have no problems about that. Hey, this guy Bibi said that American troops should be happy to go and die for Israel. You see, so they don't have no problem sacrificing you troops on the front line for this, for this war. And it's going to lead to what? A lot of these American soldiers and servicemen, it's going to suck the might right out of them. They're not going to want to fight. They're going to be like that guy on the movie Gladiator when Maximus went to that first fight. You had the guy, they were all chained together. He was just literally pissing and shitting himself before that gate opened. Hey, this is what a lot of these servicemen and women are going to be like when this war totally is at its heightened position, man. It says, they become as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. And that's happening low key, where a lot of these military installations are set up over there in these Gulf states. Iran is totally destroying a part of America by destroying those military bases all over those Gulf states. You see, they're all burnt to a crisp. You see, and that's ultimately like America being attacked because those military bases are an extension of America and they're burned, man. A lot of those service members are dead, and they're not telling you the true numbers of how many American service men and women are being sent back to the spirit world or destroyed in these drone attacks that Iran is doing in these different military bases. But those numbers will eventually come out. And I'm sure a lot of those people that are in the military are getting wind of how bad it is. It says, one post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end, and that the passages are stopped, and the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war affrighted. It says, for thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her, yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. You see, and what does the harvest represent? The end. You see? So we're almost at the end of this whole Babylonian American Esau Edom rulership experience. And it's going to go up in smoke. It's going to go down in war. It says, in a post on the group's account, the center said it received a call from someone who was on deployment orders and who reports widespread opposition to Iran war with their unit. In particular, they conveyed disgust at the U.S. massacre of the girls' school, as well as the attack on Iranian frigate in the international waters, you see? So a lot of these servicemen, they're disgusted with what Trump and what these Israelis are doing over there. And now I heard Trump trying to say that, oh, the Iranians blew up that school. It wasn't us. Well, show you that these guys are just a bunch of goddamn liars, man. And they'll lie right in your face. They'll lie on national television, and they'll lie just to, to get whatever they want, man. They'll lie to deceive you, even their own service members, man. You see, and this is why these people don't want to fight. This is why you had a lot of those people in the Navy was trying to, flush shirts and things down the toilet of that U.S. aircraft carrier so they wouldn't have to go to port, man. You see, so it's widespread opposition with these military service members, which is why they're going to need conscriptions. They're going to need to have a draft, man. It's going to be a huge mutiny within the military pretty soon because what? The soldiers are not with what the president and what these wars are all about. It says the U.S. military is reportedly responsible for killing some 150 girls in Menab, Iran during the opening of the war. And another incident, a U.S. Navy submarine torpedoed an Iranian ship that was departing a largely ceremonial naval event in India that involved 18 countries, you see? So these guys are just doing a lot of scoundrelly, dirtbag, scumbag shit, man. And a lot of these service members, they don't want to be a part of it. They don't want that on their conscience. They don't want to, be a part of this shit, man. But it's too late. You signed up for it. and you're going to be involved in it whether you want to or not. It says, compounding the controversy over sinking a lightly armed vessel 2,000 miles from the war thereafter, the war theater, the Americans apparently left surviving sailors to drown in a violation of the Geneva Convention. That is a war crime. At least 87 dead. You see, so it's just FSHIT going on in the military. And a lot of these service members, they don't want no part of it, man. You know, they're being done dirty by their own military. It says, under the U.S. military policy, CO status is defined as a firm, fixed, and sincere objection to participation in war in any form or the bearing of arms by reason of religious training and or belief that would seemingly exclude service members who stand ready to defend America, but who view the war on Iran as a amoral enterprise being carried out solely to advance Israel's agenda in the region. And this is what these people are slowly waking up to the fact that this is why this war is even happening. It's because on behalf of Israel's agenda. It has nothing to do with America first, which Trump's campaigned on and promised Americans that's what he was about. And now people are like, this guy's full of shit. I'm not finna fucking go fight for this guy. Fuck that. Fuck the military. F those tiny taps. I want to go home. You see? Look at this. This is watch this one, right? It says, however, the group helped service members pursue other avenues for opting out of the latest U.S. regime change war in the Middle East. For example, in a Friday night post, the center said service members who are in their blah 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 blah. Where's that one shit at? Where is it? Oh, yeah, here we go. It says, a prisoner also said the mother of a service member in a deployed unit relayed a disturbing account from her son. His commander attempted to build enthusiasm for the mission by saying it would bring about the second coming of Jesus Christ, which that is true. The Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of this third war, but it's not going to be on the behalf of saving those Israelis or the American army. He's coming to fight against those Israeli and the American army, and he's going to totally destroy them and judge them. But they're trying to use it as a form of morale to get these American soldiers pumped up to fight because they think that this war is going to bring the Lord back, but on the behalf of America and Israel. Are you out of your fucking mind? Yahweh Shai is coming to judge and to make war against America and those Israelis armies and all these other armies, man. You see? So they're totally flipping and twisting shit, trying to boost the morale of these soldiers. But they're lying to them, man. They're deceiving them. And you had a bunch of military troops. They filed complaints against these, against them telling them that, man. You see, so it's just all jacked up on all levels, man. It says 100 complaints from troops in 40 units who said leaders were pushing theological rationalizations for war on Iran. One commander allegedly said Trump has been anointed by Jebus to light the signal fire in Iran to cause Armageddon, which Armageddon is a Hebrew word, which means Harmageddon, which means a mountain of troops, and mark his return to earth. And like I said, Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of this third world war, but not on the reason they're telling these service members he's coming. He's coming to judge and to destroy all y'all asses, even these American service members. Even they're going to find themselves fighting against Yahweh Shai in his second return, man. So like we've been telling you, Jake, all of you that's in the military, you better get the hell out of there or you're going to find yourselves literally fighting against Yahweh Shai and the angels. And you will be melted. You will be destroyed, man. You see? What else is in here? Oh, where was it? Where was it? Where's the one with the guy mom? Oh, yeah, that was it, huh? There's something else. They were saying that they were taking their phones and shit and they couldn't use their phones. Where is it? Where is it, man? Was it in here or did I skip it? But yeah, but now they're talking about bringing troops on the ground, mobilization. Damn, I thought I saw that in here. United States war in Iran, the first U.S. No, I guess I didn't see that in there. I thought I did. Did I skip it? Oh, here we go. It said, I just spoke with the mother of a service member in this unit. They were given one last call home before having to turn in their phones. He told his mom that we're going boots on the ground tonight. Look at this. In some reality, some of us won't make it home to our family. American, pray for us, man. So these guys are, like I said, they're realizing they're getting ready to be sacrificed. You know, all on behalf of these tiny tops and for these for the war of these devils, man. You see, hey, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. This is Jeremiah 50:34. It says, "Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon." You see, and it's talking about America. It's not going to be no rest for America or Babylon. The Lord's getting ready to judge this place along with the land of Israel and all these other nations in this midst of this third world war. It says, "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith Yahweh, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars," right? And aren't they lying to those service members? America just been a big lie, a liar all across the board, man. And now they got the liar in chief, Donald Trump, at the head of it. It says, "And they shall dote, a sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed." Yeah. And who are the mighty men of America? These military men. What did it just say? Some of us are not going to make it home. Pray for us, man. As they're getting ready to be used for a ground invasion, which is them, they're going to be used as sitting ducks and cannon fodder. It says, "The sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as women." You see? "A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols." It's talking about America, man. See, talking about Babylon. And that same fear that's gripping those American soldiers is going to grip these people here too pretty soon, because this place is destined for destruction, man. It says, "Therefore the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the island shall dwell there, and the owl shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation." This is speaking about America, man. This is what's coming here. This is what this third world war is going to eventually lead to in the height of it. Now, of course, we know first the mark of the beast has to be implemented, which even that is around the corner. Like I said in my last video, this war is bringing the economic devastation, is bringing economic disaster globally. And it's going to lead to the petrodollar becoming no more, and it's going to lead to CBDCs and this whole cashless society situation. It says, "As God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith Yahweh, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein." And this is talking about America, because this place is going out and fire just like Sodom and Gomorrah did. Because remember, Babylon is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It says, "Behold, a people shall come from the north," which are the Russians, along with Iran and the Turks and China and North Korea and all of their allies. They're going to be all these nuclear capable enemies of America are going to eventually link up with Russia, and they're going to eventually melt this place. Okay. "And many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth, and they shall hold the bow in the lands. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon. The king of Babylon had heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as a woman in travail." And you see, and this is what Trump has signed up for. This is what his loyalty to Israel is going to bring upon Babylon and upon America. Read Jeremiah the 49th chapter. You see? It says, "Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan unto the habitation of the strong, but I will make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that will stand before me? Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh that he have taken against Babylon," or America, "and his purposes that he have purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out." Who is the least of the flock? Those Israelis, man. They're drawing America and Trump into this third world war, which is coming shortly. And it's going to lead to everything I just read. America being totally destroyed, nobody inhabiting this place, and it being overthrown as Sodom and Gomorrah. It says, "Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved." Like I said, read Revelation the 18th chapter. It tells you all about it. "And the cry is heard among the nations." See? And that's going to be the end of this place, man. So, hey, prepare for a draft, man. Prepare for these, for it to be more issues with with the American military, with these servicemen. They're not going to fight. A lot of them are going to throw down their arms, and a lot of them are going to become as women as we get closer to this third world war, man. And you're going to have more people wanting out. And like I said, they're going to have a draft because it's all setting the stage for this place to be finished, because America is finished from the top to the bottom. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying. We give our praise on and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Until the next one, Shalom.